Cassian, I brought what you told me. Cassian. Casa.
Beat. I thought this was a Star Wars show. Beat. Howdy, y'all. I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and I love real Star Wars. Today, we're going to review a show that is not real Star Wars. Let me be brutally honest with you. If this is your first time here, I want you to understand what this channel is about, what I'm about. I'm a first-generation Star Wars fan. I'm an expanded universe guy. Look at all, that's all the books right there. Well, main timeline books, but you get the drift. I love real Star Wars. And Disney Star Wars has never been a real Star Wars. Ever since they bought it in 2012, then threw out the EU a couple years later, earned my eternal ire. If you're coming here thinking there's going to be someone who's going to give you a wishy-washy, there's hope for Star Wars with Disney. No, there is no hope for Disney Star Wars. There was never hope for Disney Star Wars. So understand that. I'm coming at this with a bias. I'm being completely upfront if you are new to this channel. If you want to stick around and enjoy me trashing a terrible show, well then sit back, grab your popcorn, and we'll have a good time together. And going forward, we'll probably have more good times together because I don't believe in what they've done to my favorite franchise. I was here first. Not the stands, not the woke SJWs, sure as hell not Disney. I was here first. You were probably here first too. I'm here to defend real Star Wars. And in doing that, I'm going to shine a light on how bad this show is. That being said, yeah, I've only seen the first episode at this point of the review. I have to watch them in stages, make sure I don't forget or miss anything. Because unlike other shill reviewers or shill websites, I'm going to show you the show. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to make fun of it as I go along, if I can. So far, it's really boring. Kind of hard to make fun of something that's just completely boring. But I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'm not going to hide anything. You get to make the decision for yourself. Either way, I'm here to tell you the truth using facts and logic and hope to earn your trust and support going forward. As I said, I've only seen the first episode, and right now, for these people claimed in the build-up, they didn't want to give any fan service. Hell, how about a little bit of Star Wars? I'm looking around. I don't see any Star Wars so far. They mentioned the Empire once in this first episode. And frankly, it is now clear to me why they dropped all 3 first episodes in one day. Because there's nothing going on. If they had just dropped episode 1 by itself, I don't think even the stands would be hanging on to this. This is going to be a long, tough haul for a show that literally nobody asked for. A prequel of a prequel that nobody asked for. Nobody wants. All right, then. Let it begin.
He tried to grab you and he fell and he hit his head. We're going together. I'll tell him what happened.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having a little trouble figuring out how to start this. I'm not even angry in this first episode. Oh, newsflash. Adam's not raging out against Disney Star Wars because this doesn't even look like Star Wars. Doesn't sound like Star Wars. Whoever they hired once more to score this shit doesn't know what Star Wars needs to sound like. And again, doesn't look like Star Wars, doesn't feel like Star Wars. I guarantee you, take any random normie off the street, drop them down in front of this. Make sure they don't see anything that would say Star Wars. You can't let them see the title card. You can't let them hear anything else, see anything else up to it. And I guarantee they're going to see good old little Diego Luna, Cassian Andor, and they're not going to know who he is because Rogue One, nobody cares about it. Nobody remembers it. They remember Darth Vader at the end. They don't know who Cassian Andor is. And if they do, they say they do, they're liars. Flat out liars. Guarantee that you put whoever's watching this, a normie, in front of this without letting them know Star Wars, they won't know this is a Star Wars property. They will have no idea because it doesn't look, feel, smell, taste anything like Star Wars. And I'm going to show you right now. Here we go. We go in. Cassian Andor, our title character, who, I'm going to say it right now, remember, I've only seen this first episode so far. I guarantee he is going to be the most uninteresting protagonist since Murray. He's going to be the most uninteresting character in his own show. Everybody else is going to be probably more entertaining, at least in terms of what they do on the screen or what they say and how they behave. I'm going to tell you right now, Diego Luna, he's not very good. Not very good actor. He mumbles half his lines. His delivery is very slow, deliberate, no emotion, very bland. Oh, much like the whole palette of this show, bland. There's no life, no zing. I'm sure Stellan Skarsgård's going to appear before these first 3 episodes are over, and I guarantee he's going to be the highlight because he's Stellan Skarsgård, a quality actor. What he's doing in this show, I don't know. We begin as Andor is crossing into some place here on Morlana 1, BBY5. At least got the before Battle of Yavin tag right. Hey, broken clock. Right twice a day. Morlana, we begin once more Disney Star Wars creating planet names to try and tell you that, oh, Star Wars is a big galaxy, yet you're creating planets that have no meaning in the end. You know, there are plenty of planets out there in the Star Wars lexicon that have been mentioned that we haven't seen, and you could go there and start there. But no fan service, no Star Wars in this show at all. Andor is walking the city, and he's casting furtive glances around. He is tense. He feels unsafe. He wants to make sure nobody sees what he's doing, and it's raining. It's raining, and he's got a hood up. Okay. And where does he go? Brothel. A brothel. Because that's Star Wars to the T, man. That is Star Wars. When you think Star Wars, you think brothel. It couldn't be just a canteen. Why did it have to be a brothel? To accomplish this type of moment here we're going to describe, it could have been a cantina. Could have been he's looking for his sister. He's looking for his sister. Why did she have to be a whore? Why couldn't she just been a serving girl at a cantina? What, you have to show how low she's fallen since he lost track of her? This is pathetic. You think Star Wars, you think cantina. You don't think brothel. And again, right here, you see this. Oh, this is the trend you're going to see, definitely in this first episode and probably going forward. Let's show aliens that we've never seen before in the Star Wars galaxy. Let's just throw out random aliens to show how alien everything is, which again, I'm looking for the Star Wars. You couldn't have had a Twi'lek bartender. Could have had a Rhodian bartender, a Duros bartender. Could have had something familiar. Every single alien you see in this episode has no Star Wars flavor to it whatsoever. He could have had an Ithorian bartender. He's got, at least got an Ithorian Boba Fett. Something Star Wars. A droid bartender. That's a thing in Star Wars. Droid bartenders. No, let's put rando alien chick that we have no name for a species. None of these species, there's no names. You can't name them because they don't exist. This is Disney fan fiction. Right away, Andor encounters a couple of no-good-nicks, couple of guys at the bar who give him some shit as the, I don't know, not the madam, but I guess a hostess. A hostess who's a whore at the same time comes out. The guys give Andor grief and the girl grief that they were there first, and she says, so-and-so's going to see you. You just behave yourself. And I got a comment. What the hell is with her hair? What, is she going to put a drink tray on top of it at some point and mosey out with drinks on her head? These people in charge of the show have no idea what style is. What do you think that looks alien? You think that looks sci-fi? It looks like a reject from a B science fiction movie. That's what this chick looks like. Well, Andor plays it coy, this little fencing where it tells her where he's from, some world, Karar or whatever. I don't know, some another made up world, because they have to let you know that Andor, he's an immigrant. He comes from someplace else. We're going to get into that. She goes to check to see if the kind of girl he's looking for is there. And the two guys, the two security officers, the sentry officers, they start giving him shit. She comes back, can't find it. She tries to interest him in her poontang. He says, no, I'm looking for the girl. And eventually reveals he's looking for his sister. And she says, there was a chick who matched your planet, but she's been gone for a long time. And I don't have a name to give you, because nobody uses their real names here. And she walks off. Andor leaves back into the rain. And while he's walking away, here come the guards. Predictably, here come the guards to mess with him, to shake him down. And as they try to shake him down, he lures them in. And as you saw in the transition clip, one of them dies by accident in the scuffle. And the other one, he just executes him. He's one solo. If you want to kill a guard, shoot him in the head. Because they want him, they want you to feel the grit. They want you to feel how desperate Andor is. That he's just like original Han, who shoots first and asks questions later. He's no nonsense. He's boring. It's stupid. He didn't need to shoot that guy. Could have wounded him. Could have knocked him out. Yeah, he could have got... okay, maybe he needs to get knocked and busted. But the whole thing is so ludicrous. It's setting up the fact that the plot of that Andor now needs to go into hiding, and he's going to be desperate. Because apparently, he's a lowlife. Andor's a lowlife. Owes people money all over the place. We get a cut to the laziest looking droid. Even lazier than the beach ball from the sequel trilogy. This is one of the laziest droid designs I've ever seen. And this droid, he's moseying along. He's going through the rough part of town. And here come a couple of space dogs. And oh, look, it's a funny. One of the dogs decides to try and pee on him. And he shocks him. Because remember, R2 shocks things that get too close when they want to mess with him. Lazy. Not funny. Boring. Reject droid makes it to Cassian's place, and while Cassian is sleeping, I showed you the intro clip. Shut up. If this is an astromech of any kind, why does it even have vocal processors? I don't even know what kind of droid this is. This doesn't look like Star Wars. That does not look like a Star Wars droid. Doesn't feel like Star Wars. Anyway, he comes home. Cassian's asleep. He's trying to wake him up. And now we get a flashback. Cassian's dreaming of his home world. And now you're going to get what looks like a Lord of the Flies training camp. A bunch of kids watching a ship crash. Speaking alien gibberish. They don't bother to give us subtitles for. At least not what I got had no subtitles to it. Wink. And Andor, you see the little girl is obviously his sister. And it's a scavenging group. There are no adults there. These kids are on their own. They're dreamers. They're dreamers. It's real subtle. Eventually, obviously, they're going to go scavenge a ship. But the droid wakes Andor up. And Andor basically has to... now laying the tracks to hide the murder that he committed. He committed a murder. The first guy, maybe accidental manslaughter, unintentional homicide. But the second one, he flat out shot that guy. He ganked him hard. He murdered a guy. Granted, it could be self-defense, but at that point, he had him dead to rights. That was, he murdered him. He knows he committed the murder. The rest of the episode is Andor going about trying to cover his tracks for this. And it begins by telling the droid to lie for him. And the droid says the stupidest thing in the world. Lying will drain my battery. What? I'm sorry. Lying will drain my battery. First of all, most droids, well, depending on the droid, lying is a thing that droids can't do in the Star Wars universe. It's pre-programmed. They can't lie. But the whole lying will drain my battery is just... I have no more words for that. It's stupid. I'm just going to say it's stupid. Well, we are now a third of the way through Yes, we are a third of the way through the episode, and I'm still looking for Star Wars, because there hasn't been a mention of anything Star Wars. The blaster sort of looks Star Wars-y. That's it. Andor is now seen going through town. Well, as I said, just to make sure you understand, he wants the droid to lie for him of where he was, that he came home, he was there all night, okay? He needs the droid to lie for him. Now Andor goes into town. He needs to go and, again, concoct an alibi. You see him walking through generic science fiction town with bad costuming and aliens that don't look like Star Wars. He eventually comes to what I assume is a bunch of guys getting to work for a factory. You see this wall of gloves. One dude comes out, clearly his buddy. Long story short, he ropes him into concocting an alibi for him. Ta-da! Fun, isn't it? Star Wars, adventure. I crave these things. Andor's got his alibi set up. And now, well, here's a good break point, because now we get more characters whose names I don't know introduced.
Minimizing the time the Empire spends thinking about Preox Morlana benefits our superiors and, by extension, everyone here at the Premor Security Inspection Team, which at the moment includes you.
There's something really annoying about Disney Star Wars, Disney MCU, and other poorly produced genre shows these days. This guy right here, Kyle Saller is his name? Kyle Soller. Kyle Soller. Kyle Soller, I'm familiar with him. I've seen him in the stuff, specifically Poldark. Great period drama. You want good TV, go watch Poldark, seasons 1 through 4. Forget about season 5. It didn't happen in the books. This guy is a Brit. He's a Brit with a full-on British accent. But they have him speaking American English in this show, while everybody else around him is a hodgepodge of United Kingdom accents. I do not understand why these shows can continue to do this. Why do you have a solid British actor playing American? I don't understand this. I really don't. And not to mention all these random accents. It's assaulting your ears constantly. It makes no rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason why they all have different accents. They're immigrants. Oh, okay. Yeah, there now. I get it. Well, I don't know this character's name. It didn't register. That's a problem in the show. They don't tell you names. And if they do, it's mumble. Diego Luna will mumble a name. And you don't quite get it. You won't get it. Anyway, this guy, this character, we'll call him security chief. He is straight-laced. He's straight-laced. He wants to investigate the murders that Andor committed. But his boss wants to be lazy and brush it under the rug because he doesn't want to attract Imperial attention. Oh, yeah, the Empire is finally mentioned in this scene. Well, that's it. That's the only indication we are in a Star Wars universe. That this is the Star Wars galaxy. They mention the Imperials once right here in this first episode. If this episode had not been released with the other two, which I assume we're going to get more Imperial references, you would not know it's Star Wars. I make that case to you again. Straight-laced lieutenant, security chief guy wants to do it. The other guy wants to brush under the rug. He's got to go to an Imperial conference to make sure the Imperials are placated, and he's left in charge, and he's told not to push it, but he's going to push it. He's going to push it. Meanwhile, Andor is strutting on through generic alien city, arrives at a mechanic shop. It's, I don't know, run by scrappy girl whose name I didn't pick up because Diego Luna mumbles it. I didn't pick her name up because he mumbles it. And I'm not going to go look it up. I should be able to know who characters are by just watching the episode. I should not have to go look up their names on an IMDb cast list. Spunky Mechanic Girl Boss. We'll call her Spunky Mechanic Girl Boss. Spunky Mechanic Girl Boss, clearly also women's of color. Oh, you've noticed the diversity spread all over this show. It's just, look at our diversity. Aren't we great? Spunky Women's Mechanic Girl Boss basically gives Andor a hard time because he is, like I said, he's a bit of a deadbeat, and he probably owes her money. He also owes other people money, but she discovers he's been holding out on her because now he's trying to sell off something so he can make some money so he can lay low for a while. And what does he want to do? He wants to be hooked up with her special connection, who is probably Stellan Skarsgård's high-ranking senator or rich guy, whatever he is on Coruscant, who's starting to help form the rebellion, as we can tell from the trailers. He wants the hookup. She's angry he was holding out, but after basically nudging her repeatedly, she agrees, and she'll be in touch. Andor walks off, tells her boyfriend, counter manager guy, don't worry, I'm not into your girl, but if you don't want a strong woman, you need to choose someone else. They gotta make us know that she's a strong women's. And then now random cut to Andor's flashback for no reason. No nice transition, just flat cut to flashback Andor homeworld, where he wants to go along in the scavenger group, and all these miserable-looking Lord of the Flies trainees don't really like him. His sister tries to tell him not to go in alien gibberish, and he goes anyway. They let him go. She doesn't want him to go, but I think Girl Boss in Training in Charge lets him join the group that are going to go scavenge the crashed ship. It's a lot of alien gibberish, alien language gibberish. And it has no place in the cut of this. Why are we suddenly cutting to a flashback there? What's next? Okay, back to straight-laced security chief lieutenant guy. He basically makes a sensor chief locate the ship that Andor had. A ship that Andor used to come to the planet, and now he's tracking it. He wants to get it done. That's basically it. And he chastises people for not doing their job. Again, this guy, he's just doing his job. He's doing nothing wrong, but he's made to look like an asshole. Back to Andor, walking through the streets, and then reminding us now he's a deadbeat. This one dude owes this one dude, but dude wants his money. An alien that doesn't look like Star Wars alien is there for muscle, but Andor, he's quick-witted, guys. He can talk his way out of situations, mumbling and all, and gets away from it and scrambles away to go do more cover-up for what he did. Back to Security Chief Lieutenant, who is basically now ordering everybody to find this murder. Find who did this murder. We're closing in. It's that they have a look of this Andor's planetary race guy who was there, and they're going to track him down. And everybody looks nervous because they don't want to do their jobs, but he wants to do his job. He's a jerk and an asshole. That's it. I told you nothing's happening here. Cut to a junkyard. Well, not junkyard. It's a ship sales yard. It looks like a junkyard. Guy with 2 alien dogs catches Andor messing with the ship that he let him borrow. Andor's trying to cover his tracks that he took the ship. Guy basically says, "We're done. You're causing me too much trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. You're done. No more favors. I never want to see you again." Andor, okay, whatever you say. Cut to flashback number 3 for no reason, where baby Andor goes off with the rest of the Lord of the Flies trainees to scavenge the ship, and his sister is there watching him leave. And maybe that's the last time he sees his sister ever. We don't know yet. Maybe that's it. But episode 1. What did I tell you? Nothing happened. Andor kills 2 guys, tries to cover his tracks up, and we get introduced. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Spunky Wayman's girl boss she sends her signal. Her boyfriend tries to follow her through the streets. she loses him, and she's sending her signal to probably Stellan Skarsgård. All right, sorry, forgot that part. It's really easy to forget because it's just walking and doing stuff and nothing's happening. And boring with characters who we don't care about, characters who are never going to matter in Star Wars. These characters do not matter. These are worthless, pointless characters. We've been introduced to nothing fun, nothing Star Wars. And now, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to watch episode 2. I'll be right back. This show is boring. It's boring. I'm sleepy now. I don't have any rage. I'm just annoyed. I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep the annoyance away. This 2 episodes in, I can honestly say there's no Star Wars in this. They continue to be not even bothering to make you feel like you're in a Star Wars planet, let alone the Star Wars galaxy. They'll drop a couple little things here and there, but it's massively boring. The music continues to be horrible. The setting looks bland, drab. The acting's terrible. And now I can start complaining about the dialogue. Oh boy, I got a good one for you, and I caught it. And I almost didn't catch it because Diego Luna, mumbling his way through the scene, had to turn on subtitles to catch it. And I have it. I can show you. We continue with Flashback. Flashback to Kanar. They've said it enough times, I remember what it is. Kanar. As the Lord of the Flies training camp led by this girl boss, little girl boss, continues to march towards the crash site. Meanwhile, baby Andor takes a moment to take a look over the strip mining site. Capitalism bad, strip mining bad, industrialization bad. They yell him to come along. He goes. Boom. Scene over. Pointless flashback. 2 episodes in, and even through the start of the episode, I'm still not sure why we're having these flashbacks. They seem pointless. And probably going to end up being pointless. The end of the workday in generic sci-fi city that could be anywhere in any franchise, but definitely not Star Wars. This dude at the gongs with his hammers starts posing and breathing and gonging his way through it as though somebody's watching him, and it's not just us watching him. And newsflash, you look stupid. You look stupid. This is lame and dumb. People go closing out their businesses, and we come to Girl Boss Mechanic. She returns to her little shop, starts clicking through the computer, sees something. You can see she's worried, and there you go. You're doing a little show don't tell because they're using Star Wars language. Therefore, we can't read it. That's carryover of Star Wars. It's the language, we can't read it. It's not English. Boyfriend comes in, says, you want to do something? She blows him off. We only do it once a week. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do something fun. La, 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 la. She leaves, blows him off, leaves to go see Andor. Boyfriend not happy. Here's the instance what I talk about. In terms of bad writing, bad show and tell. They do bad, it's a combination bad show and tell. We can't read Star Wars language. Never, ever have they translated Star Wars language for us. But now, they need to translate for us on the screen that he reads, there's a warning, there's basically a bolo for a Canary. Canary male. Oy. You had to show, because it's not it's not enough that 2 scenes later we can infer what he's doing. No, you have to show us and tell us at the same time that he's aware that people are looking for Andor.
Too tired for a meal?
Was that the plan?
Could be.
I thought we said 1 night a week.
So, start the week tonight?
Let's do this. Why don't we do something fun tomorrow night?
I think what's really bothering me the most about this part is the insertion of angry boyfriend. He exists to turn in Andor. He exists to be a foil when he's not. Andor's not even looking to be his enemy. It's just CW bullshit. Background relationship crap that has no place in this type of story. Why is this here? It's here to simply move the plot along. It's here to get Andor in trouble. This is bad storytelling. This is not how you craft anything. And at the same time, we're supposed to maybe hate this guy. I don't even care about this guy. I don't care about Girl Boss Mechanic. I sure as hell don't care about Andor. Nothing has endeared me to any of these people in nearly the hour I have spent with them at this point. Nothing. Everybody's annoying and stupid. And it gets more annoying and stupid as we arrive at Andor's home. He meets up with his foster mother, who I guess has learned that there's a wanted poster out for a Canary male. And they get into this whole argument. Who did you tell you're a Canary? I didn't tell you're a Canary. Who did you tell you're a Canary? Oh, everybody I told you're a Canary is dead. Well, everybody I told would be on our side. Well, what about all the women you sleep with? Whoa, I can't even keep track of all your whores. Oh, shut up, you. Oh, I haven't told anybody. Excuse me, interrupts lame, lazy-ass robot. Girl Boss Mechanic is waiting for you at the bar. He goes to the bar. That whole scene to introduce his foster mother and that maybe she cares about him, done very poorly, written very poorly. Don't care about anybody here. Next scene, we're in the bar. Girl Boss Mechanic looks sullen, waiting. Here comes Andor, sits down. He tries to sell her the piece now, saying, sorry, I got you upset. I'm ready to deal. She says, no, don't worry. Buyer on the way. Stellan Skarsgård is on the way. He doesn't save the show, guys. I'm sorry to say he does not save the show. Andor says, thank you. I'll get out of your hair now. But, boyfriend is watching. See what I mean? This is stupid. I told you a couple moments ago, it was stupid to even have that scene. Because here you go. This would be enough to infer. It's already been made clear that people are looking for Cassian Andor. Or someone that looks like him. The audience is smart enough to infer that the boyfriend is angry, he's getting drunk, and he goes and then calls it in. We did not need a scene ago to have English put on the screen, translated Star Wars dialect, to tell us that he knows and they're looking for Andor. We didn't need that. This would have been sufficient, but no, these writers are idiots. They have to tell us the same things over and over again, show us the same things over and over again, done in sloppy manner. Well, we now go to Security Central, who has been fed this information. They could have probably gotten this on their own, but they've been fed the information. They have a hollow ID on Andor. It's an old picture, but they have it. And here comes the whore who he turned down the other day. Okay, fine. There you go. Isn't this riveting? Isn't this exciting? Are you concerned for Andor yet? I'm not, because I know he doesn't die until Rogue One. Prequel before prequel. Prequel storytelling is shit. How many times do I have to say that? Prequel storytelling is dead-end storytelling. Where are the stakes? Are we worried for Andor? No, we know his fate. Are we worried for everybody else around him? No, because they're all pointless, useless fanfic characters that do not exist in Star Wars. We now cut to boyfriend sitting alone in his apartment, getting drunk. Knock on the door. Oh, Girl Boss Mechanic's here for the booty call. She felt guilty about blowing him off. She wants some snoo-snoo. She's going to get her snoo-snoo. He feels kind of guilty. I don't know. Can't really tell. These actors all suck. And now we cut back to Security Station 101, where they are all now getting ready to zero in, go get Andor. But we have this great little speech between Security Chief Guy and his new fat sergeant.
There's fermenting out there, sir. Pockets of fermenting. Corporate tactical forces are the Empire's first line of defense, and the best way to keep the blade sharp is to use it.
Corporate tactical what? I'm sorry, what? Come back to that in a second. We open here. As I said, we're back at Corporate Security Central. Lieutenant Commander, Inspector, whatever the hell he is now marshaling his forces. He wants to go get Andor, and he summons this fat piece of shit, who is basically now our perfect Imperial. happy to put the thumb down and everything, complains about how they've been too lenient on the affiliate planets. Oh, again, oh, wow, we don't see the messaging coming through here. They don't look like us, they don't act like us, we need to put the thumb on them. Then he goes into that speech. Corporate, affiliate, corporate, tactical, whatever, we're the front of the line for the Imperial. What? This is Disney-created bullshit. You're either Imperials or not. There were no... that's not how it works. When the Imperials are there, they're there. They have a garrison. They have regular soldiers and they got stormtroopers. This is 5 years before Battle of Yavin. We are at the height of the Empire. There is no in-between security forces. There is the Empire. This is stupid. This is so stupid. They continue to jabber on. Lieutenant Inspector Security Man is happy to find a kindred spirit. They're going to send all of 12 people after Andor. I mean, come on. He's freaking Cassian Andor. He's not a goddamn Jedi. And it gets dumb. They're going to do it. And Fat Sergeant says, "You going to come with us, sir?" Yes, I will. That's a good idea. And now we get a bunch of show don't tell, but it's a bunch of worthless show and don't tell. A quick 10-second shot of foster mama Andor upset with stupid lazy droid looking on. And then you cut to Andor getting ready to get out of there. He's going to get the shit he's going to sell. And oh, look, what does he think he's going to sell? Oh, look, see? Imperial insignia, member of the Empire. Again, this is their idea of showing us Star Wars this early. Oh, look, an Imperial insignia. Later on, a toy bantha. Before that, we're going to mention Imperials. There is no Star Wars in this Star Wars show 2 episodes in. None. But of course, far be it from us to actually continue to the next sort of important part of the story. No, let's have another flashback. Let's have another flashback of the kids coming upon the crashed ship. Girl boss in training, Lord of the Flies captain goes down to look at it. That's it. There's a lot of what goes on in this episode and this show, as I'm going to see, a lot of filler scenes. They just throw things in there to drag it out. A lot of wasted time. Why did you cut this part off? Later on when we come back to the flashback, why did you cut this off of that? Why not have it be one scene? No, we have to see them looking down at the crashed ship and then carefully approach it. They're talking in alien gibberish. We don't even know what they're saying. This is terrible storytelling, terrible directing, terrible editing too. Stellan Skarsgård arrives. That's it. He arrives. Doesn't say much. Lands outside one particular city. Going to take a transport to Andor. That's it. Stellan Skarsgård, what are you doing in this show? Moving on. We are back to girl boss mechanic in her boyfriend's apartment. She wakes up. He's staring at her while she's sleeping. Not creepy at all. Asks her what's the matter. Oh, I couldn't sleep. Can I get their equivalent of coffee? Sure, no problem. Okay, bye. I'll see you later. And he looks a little guilty about... Maybe we think he's guilty about calling in Andor because she came home to him. I don't know. It's all really bad and stupid. Nobody cares. Don't care about these characters. There we go. Oh, this is brilliant. This is what I wanted to get to. Andor is getting ready to bolt. He's putting together his go bag, he's doing stuff, and he's looking for a communicator so he can communicate to the droid. I don't know. But as he's going through it, look at this. He shakes it and goes, "It's crap." You do not say crap in Star Wars. There's a word for it. Poodoo. You want to say poop? Want to say shit in Star Wars? You say poodoo. You don't say it's crap. Generic hackery. Let's insert modern day vernacular. Let's insert real world vernacular into Star Wars. Nobody says crap in Star Wars. This show is shit. This show is crap. Basically, Andor has an argument with lazily designed Droid about leaving. Droid says, I don't want you to go. You should stay. Andor says, I have to go. Fuckity bye. That's it. We get another cut scene to foster mama Andor going through his room. Oh, look. Toy Bantha. Remember? This is Star Wars. And she picks up the thing we see him carrying in the flashback. And then we're back to the flashback. What happens in the flashback? Some dead dudes trying to get out of the crash ship. One's not dead, wakes up, shoots girl boss in the back. Everybody uses those things are blow guns apparently, and they blow gun him to death. And then they pick up the girl while crying and leave. And baby Andor wants to go back inside the ship, clenches his fist. Flashback over. Why are we looking at this? What is up with this? Why? What is this? What is this? Now I'm losing it because this is not because it's bad Star Wars, because this is shit storytelling. What is this? God damn, this is shit. Oh, and the shit continues. Andor, we cut back to present day. Andor arrives at, I don't know what, Transport Man, having an alien gibberish conversation with another alien that doesn't exist in Star Wars. Andor learns they're looking for Kenari, and the guy goes, Kenari, ever heard of that? Andor goes, no. Very convincingly, no. I don't know. Basically, the guy strong-arms Andor for more money than he has in order to get the immediate transport so he can go meet Stellan Skarsgård. Andor says, okay. He manages to barter it down a little bit, but keeps going. Now this is great. This is my thumbnail. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. No, first we have... I was skipping ahead. First we have security forces en route in one of the most horribly designed ships I've ever seen. Does that look like a Star Wars ship to you? No. Security forces are gathered. The sergeant gives a rousing speech. Everybody loves their sergeant. Lieutenant What's-His-Name comes in, gives a very, I guess, a low-energy Jeb speech. And everybody just goes, okay. Somebody even yawns, and they're going, okay. The sergeant likes him, tries to bolster it, and that scene. He's uninspiring to his troops. Nobody cares about him. Ugh. There. Congratulations. There's some character development there. I'm excited. I'm attached. No, I'm not. Now, here's my thumbnail. Stellan Skarsgård is sitting on this transport, and some other old dude strikes up a conversation with them about selling their shit here and how they tax them too much in and out. It's a very pointless conversation, all to give us this beautiful shot of Stellan Skarsgård looking bored out of his mind. That's it. And what does that translate into? Andor marching furiously, purposefully towards the screen to some really bad drum solo music. It's terrible. I can't play it. I don't want to risk a claim on this video, but it's just really bad thing where he's marching towards it. It's like that. This show is terrible. And now I gotta go watch episode 3.
He doesn't understand you.
Republic frigate approaching.
Well, I understand why they've been doing the flashbacks now. In episode 3, it becomes abundantly clear, and it's stupid. It's all for a lame attempt at synchronizing up two scenes because they think that it's cinematically cool. They think that, oh, look at what we're doing, jumping back and forth in these final moments. Aren't we intelligent? Aren't we incredible? On this show. This show is stupid. And in that clip I just showed you, we're going to come back to that in a little bit because of the way they edit this thing. They think they're hip and cool. They think they're smart. And it makes you go, shut up! Just shut up, you freaking hacks. You have no business writing Star Wars. You have no business writing anything. And whoever directed this, I keep seeing the name. It doesn't stick at the end of every episode. You have no business behind the camera. You have no business editing anything together. You people suck. You can tell 3 episodes in now I'm amped up. My boredom has gotten amped up because this episode is based on stupid. It is completely based on stupid. Stupid behavior and a contrivance. One little thing that doesn't make sense if you think about it for a moment, if you take into account the previous episode. But of course, these idiots don't line things up. What am I talking about? Well, first, we're back in the flashback. Baby Andor's climbed into the ship, walks around, never seen tech before, sees his reflection, I think, for the first time in a panel, and what does he do? He rages out and starts breaking shit. No reason, doesn't matter, we don't understand, he speaks gibberish, we don't know. Okay, moving on. See, that's how stupid this show is. Just doing stuff. They think they're setting up cool things. In fact, it's just stupid. We're back on planet who gives a flying fuck. Andor goes to his buddy, says, hey, don't worry. I'm going to get you your money back. I'm going to get my payday. Go see my stepmama, my foster mama, Mama Andor. They call her Marva, I think. Let's keep calling her foster mama Andor. Mama foster, whatever. Hate this. Hate it all. You'll go. It's a pointless scene. I'm paying your money back. Someday I'll be back. I'll do it. I'll be back. Pointless. These are characters that are nothing. Nothing. I'm losing it now. See, now I'm angry. Now I'm angry because this episode is so stupid. Cut to Stellan Skarsgård and Girl Boss Mechanic. Now, I will say Stellan Skarsgård is Stellan Skarsgård. He delivers. He's the only one that apparently can act in any of this. Now, they're walking down the street. He's asking her, is he going to be there? Yeah, he'll be there. He'll meet you here. Can I trust him? Do you trust him? He'll be there. Blah. Scene over. Thanks for entering Stellan Skarsgård. I still don't know his character's name. I don't know. I haven't mentioned it. Here comes horrible ship transporting stupid security guys. Oh, they're stupid. They are dumb. They are dumb. They descend on shuttles. Cut. Back to flashback. Oh, now we're in the flashback. You see? Oh, they just do these random cuts to the flashback because they're trying to sync up the flashback with the final moments of the episode because they think that's cinematically cool. Shit you not. Here comes Marva and some black dude who's her scavenging partner, her salvaging partner, with stupid little droid. And they sync the scene up where broken-ass, lame-ass, lazy-ass design droid is rolling down the street in present-day generic sci-fi city, and suddenly he's going down the corridor of the broken crash shuttle or ship back on Kanar, whatever the hell its name is. Oh, isn't that cool? 1 minute he's old and broken down, now he's spitting and new and he's rolling down and Marva and her black partner roll on in there, talk about the salvage, and they hear the break-in noises. Hear the break-in noises in the background. They go in there, they find Baby Andor trashing up the place. They try to speak to him. Of course, he only speaks alien gibberish, so they can't understand him. And then here comes little droid, and this is where I got you, you freaking hack writers. You don't even pay attention to your own shit. In comes broken-ass, lazy-ass droid, says, Republic frigate inbound. Now, I didn't mention this in the last episode. I glossed over it in the scene, because then it didn't matter. Now it matters. Remember when I was talking about how Andor was basically the guy in the Mr. Transport guy was hitting him up for more money to get out of town. And he was busy having a conversation with fake alien that doesn't exist in Star Wars, and they mentioned Kenari. And they mentioned in that, talking about Kenari strip mined by the Imperials until it was toxic. You say in that episode that the planet was strip mined by the Imperials. We saw in the last episode the strip mining facilities done, empty. It was done. The Imperials were not there anymore. Yet now in this episode they say Republic frigate inbound. You just screwed up your timeline, you freaking idiots. This is the Imperial era. How can a Republic frigate be inbound if it was strip mined by the imps? These people don't give a shit. They don't even edit their own crap. This is Imperial era, not the old Republic. How can a Republic frigate be inbound when the strip mining, which we saw in the previous episode, was done by Imperials? Explain that one to me, Stans. Cut back to the present. Here come the security guys. They're marching. Oh, right back to the flashback. Baby Andor doesn't want to go with them. He's freaking out. So what do? They're afraid the Republic are going to kill him. Yeah, the Republic are going to kill him. And remember this. Remember, they say Republic. Flash right here, when Baby Andor was coming through in the beginning of the episode, here's what you look like. See that insignia? That's not the insignia of the old Republic. That's basically an Imperial insignia. They keep messing that up in this episode. They think they're going to kill him, so she drugs him and kidnaps him from his people, from Lord of the Flies training camp. Now we know why he's looking for his sister, because he never saw her again, because Marva kidnaps his alien gibberish speaking ass. And they carry him out of there. Here comes the stupid. Here is the real stupid now. This whole episode hinges. The whole explosion of events in this episode hinges on this stupid writer moment. And I say stupid writer moment because they had to engineer it like this. Remember in last episode when Andor was calling his communicators crap? Well, he found one that wasn't crap before he left, and he synced it up. He had one comm link, links it up with lazy-ass design droid. Now, do we see lazy-ass design droid carrying another comm link? We've seen in Star Wars that droids will carry comm links to communicate with other individuals. That's a thing in Star Wars. But this droid is not visibly carrying a comm link. He's not carrying a comm link. Which means you would think when Andor communicates with him in this scene while the troops are ransacking his house and Marva's home, it would be an internal dialogue between lazy-ass built droid and Andor. But in order for all of this to work, it has to be an externally promoted conversation, an externally audible conversation between Andor and lazy-ass design droid. And once our security forces hear he's on the comm link, they zero in, they know where he is, and off and running, leaving a couple behind with Marva for a very stupid conversation later on. Here now is where everything goes crazy. One by one, the events culminate. Everybody sees security forces marching through the city. They know they're coming after Andor. Girl boss mechanic is now upset. She needs to go and find him, but as she leaves, boyfriend tries to tell her not to go anywhere. And then she suddenly just figures out, oh, you turned him in. I hate you. I'm going to run off to help. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, dumbass girl boss mechanic? Oh, I'll tell you what she's going to do. She's going to get caught. And she's going to get her boyfriend killed. But we'll get to that. Girl boss mechanic runs away. Then here comes the troops. And now starts this thing that we saw in the trailer where everybody's banging on shit. Ding, 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 ding. And it's some sort of citywide audible alert clanging that lets them know everybody shut up shop. Everybody get to ground because shit's about to happen. And And the security guards are going, it's just an intimidation tactic. Let's keep going. We're stupid. We're not realizing that maybe this has been a bad idea in the end. Maybe trying to catch the murderer who Andor is guilty of murder. They have every right to come and find him. Remember that. And they haven't actually done anything against the law. They have a legal warrant for a murder that Andor did. This whole thing is based up. We're trying to make Andor out to be a hero. He has committed a murder in all of this. These guys have every right to get him. These aren't Imperials, but they're going to treat them like Imperials. They're going to refer to them Imperials. We'll get back to that in a second. We're not at that conversation yet. Girl boss mechanic running through the street gets grabbed. They grab her. They pull her along. She tries to break away. At least she didn't fly into 90-pound girl automatic killing machine mode. Because, okay, fine. I'll give them that. Now, oh, glorious. Andor and Stellan Skarsgård have a conversation. They talk about money. Stellan Skarsgård tries to push him to find out how he got the Imperial stealth drive box, whatever bullshit fake Star Wars science they've come up with for this device. I've never heard of this thing. Now, I'm not a super Star Wars mech tech guy, but still, it's made up Disney bullshit. They're having a conversation, and then you get this pearl out of that conversation.
They're so proud of themselves, they don't even care. They're so fat and satisfied, they can't imagine it.
Can't imagine what?
That someone like me would ever get inside their house, walk their floors, spit in their food, take their gear.
People like me. Not very subtle. Not very subtle. That little speech, we've heard it in the trailer, reeks of agenda. In the end, that's what this show's about. Agenda. Probably get more of this kind of crap going on. People like me. They don't like people like me. They don't like people. They don't like me coming to their country, stealing their women and eating their peaches. So begins the climactic fight. After a nice little conversation between Stellan Skarsgård and Andor, where Stellan Skarsgård basically reveals, I'm not here for the piece of tech. I'm here for you. I like to recruit. I'm recruiting. I wanted to see you in the flesh because you are special. Because you can steal from the Empire. You have a knack for it. I want you on my team. And it's a lot of pushing back and forth. But their little conversation gets interrupted because here comes security. Security, while Sergeant Fatso is telling everybody, don't rush in, Stellan Skarsgård, well, he initiates the fight by blowing up the door. To what end? I don't know. All he does is end up causing a chain reaction of all this chained up engine-looking shit flying around the room. Pointless crap, metal crap. And when he asks Andor, is there any way out of there? He says, yes, over there. We can crawl out of there. It's a long way we can get there. They have a chance to escape instead of getting in a firefight. They have the moment. But Andor is stupid. He wants to go get the peace tech. This guy is about to hire him. You can have all the money you need. Your $40,000 doesn't matter. You are about to be taken under this guy's wing. He's going to get you out of there. He's not asking for anything. He wants you. He wants your talents. No, I'm going to keep trying to get the piece of imp tech that's over there and causing chaos. He even gets shot. He gets winged. I swear to God, he gets winged during the firefight with the first round of security guards. Gets up like there's no problem. No, I just got shot in the shoulder. No problem. Firefight, explosions, things flying around, people dying. The security guards are afraid. Meanwhile, Marva's telling the security guards there, the racketing sound driving you crazy, isn't it? It's, and you should be afraid when it stops. Meanwhile, remember when I said, again, all this shit is, cut, jump. It's scatterbrained, hectic editing, and it hurts your brain to watch it. Meanwhile, remember when I said girl boss mechanic is going to get her boyfriend killed? Well, she's getting beat up. Well, not beat up. She gets roughed up. Just a little hit on the head. Little blood, nothing crazy. And the security guards have handcuffed her to a wall. Here comes boyfriend, not armed, when he sees her bleeding, flies into a rage and rushes the 4 armed security guards. They shoot him dead. Over abuse of power, excessive force, of course. But stupid! Don't charge the guys pointing guns at you. And of course, she freaks out after he dies. No, but you just told him you never wanted to see him again. Oh, I guess now he's dead. Oh, I love him. These characters are paper thin. They have no depth. And we're supposed to feel bad about this guy. We've had 3 30-odd minute episodes, and we've seen the boyfriend be nothing but a piece of shit to our so-called hero, Andor. And we're supposed to feel bad for him and feel bad for her, who she's also kind of treated Andor like shit this entire time. She hasn't been kind to him. They have a very snarky business relationship. These people all suck. I have no investment in his death and her trauma at all. I don't care. But here's more not caring. Don't care about security guards either. I don't care that they're failing. Stupid lieutenant guy, yeah, he had every right to be here, but clearly he had no business being on the ground because he couldn't command these guys. Everything goes to shit. They think they're going to catch Andor and Stellan Skarsgård in a crossfire as they've now escaped the factory building and are on the run. And they're all getting in position. Meanwhile, the clanging stops, and the dudes who were told to wait at Marva's house leave. And the guy who shot boyfriend was told to go get a shuttlecraft and bring it back. So guy who goes and gets shuttlecraft is running there. He's getting ready. Then cut back to security lieutenant inspector guy. Andor gets the drop on him in a very mumbled conversation, and they take him prisoner. Fine, whatever. Why not kill him? Stellan Skarsgård says, "I'll kill him." What, you're already showing your open. Why not gank him? It makes no sense to leave this guy alive, because they leave him alive. It makes no sense to leave him alive. Andor has already shown he has no problem ganking a guy point blank between the eyes. Why leave this jerk alive? Oh, we're just gonna leave him alive because his character needs to continue for some reason. We're back to now we jump back to shuttlecraft guy trying to take off. Oh, look, the workers have hooked up a piece of debris to the shuttle, and when it tries to fly away, it gets caught on a piece of tower, and it slams the shuttle and it blows up. And suddenly, Fat Sergeant is calling him what's going on, and his guys are saying, they're everywhere, they're behind us. And then, once again, brilliant modern dialogue. Brilliant modern goddamn dialogue. He says, shit, they've surrounded us. He says shit in Star Wars. He says shit in Star Wars. Real world vernacular in Star Wars, my friends. Once again, they don't care. They don't realize how bad their writing is. They don't realize that this snaps you out. If you're remotely tuned in, this snaps you out. Meanwhile, Andor and Stellan Skarsgård do a feint attack. They launch out a speeder that's empty. It blows up, and while they're all thinking they victoriously killed Andor and Stellan Skarsgård, they escape on a speeder bike. Now begins our glorious symmetry that they've created with their two different timelines. As Andor and Stellan Skarsgård escape, it's overlapped with Marva taking young baby Andor away from Carnaria, whatever the hell it's called. In back and forth, it keeps jumping back and forth. Here's one ship, here's another ship, here's her carrying them, here's him walking with him, and it's all ludicrous bullshit. Meanwhile, the security is freaking out. They need to get out of there. They think they're surrounded when it's only two guys. It's really stupid. I told you, they're stupid. They're stupid. You can't tell it was only 2 people? No one else actually attacked. Marva gives this big speech. Oh, you're going to get it when the music stops. Nothing actually happened. Nobody actually came to fight. Stupid. Well, again, you get this whole little cut as Andor is looking out in present day through the cockpit. Then suddenly he's young Andor looking out through the cockpit of that ship. And then he's real-time Andor. And episode. I hate Disney Star Wars.
Well, who else could it be?
But that will put them behind us.
Shit. We're under siege. They're everywhere.
Andor episodes 1 through 3. This show is a disaster. Episodes 1 and 2, boring as shit. No Star Wars in sight. Episode 3, still no Star Wars in sight. Hell, they talk about Imperials a lot. They behave as those... They're in that speech where Stellan Skarsgård and Andor are talking about what it means to steal from the Empire, what it means to go up against the Empire. Stellan Skarsgård, again, he's the only one actually delivering a performance here. He's talking about these security chumps as the Empire. We are 3 episodes in now. We are a quarter of the way through this series. There are 12 episodes this season. We got another 9 weeks of this garbage. We're a quarter of the way through. We haven't seen anything Star Wars. No Star Wars night. No actual Imperial forces. Nothing. Nothing. No actual Star Wars characters. Nothing. That the speech he gives about how the Imperials are crushing us, how they walk us, this and that. We haven't seen Imperials yet. These chumps who they tricked in this final battle in episode 3, they're fan fiction chumps. They don't exist. They're nothing. They're pathetic. Stupid. That defines this show. Stupid. I've shown you how bad the dialogue can be as it kept going. They're using modern day, regular, real world vernacular like crap and shit in Star Wars. You have seen a portrayal of characters who, to a letter, are paper thin. They just shoved, literally, I would say, 8 or 9 characters in your face with zero backstory, zero real depth to them. And you got Andor's backstory through a hodgepodge, crappily constructed flashback sequence that is interspliced at times randomly, and then at times they think artistically to create a parallel of moments. They think that's genius. No, it's annoying. You could have told that in 2 parts. You didn't need to line it up like that, trying to make Andor look like a hero. Andor is a murderer. Bottom line, Cassian Andor is a murderer. He killed those 2 guys back on Manola, whatever the hell it's called. Well, maybe accidentally killed one, but definitely killed the other one. He killed people. They were with the security forces were totally correct in trying to hunt him down. He committed a crime. Yes, was he provoked? Perhaps, but he still didn't have to kill that second guy point blank. This whole thing is trying to make Andor into some sort of reluctant hero or some guy who in a wrong place at the wrong time. He got himself into all the trouble that he's in now. We should feel nothing for Andor. And again, everybody else surrounding him, they're paper thin. They have nothing to them. Going forward, Stellan Skarsgård's character may have something going, but again, he's still a fanfic character created by Disney. None of this is Star Wars. It's not fun. The music is shit. The whole atmosphere is shit. Oh, this is the most grounded, realistic Star Wars ever. I saw an article today, this is as close to George Lucas' Star Wars as we're ever going to get. Again, what are you kidding me? The people saying that this is great, fantastic, cinematic, they're all full of shit. Maybe they've seen one more episode than I have, but I've seen 3 out of the 4 that everybody has seen at this point who are doing reviews, whether shilling or same-day reviews like myself. This show is horrible. Diego Luna mutters half his lines. There is no consistency to the acting. There's no consistency to the dialogue. There's no consistency to the environment. All these different people with 1,001 dialects and accents. What is this? And the acting is trash. The directing is trash. The editing is trash. This is a bad show. This is not Star Wars. This is Disney Star Wars to the T. No fan service? How about you at least show us something that looks like Star Wars? Good God. All right, I am done with this today. I've been at this all goddamn day now. I'm done. I will see you next week at episode 4. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.